Moving on.
Can we move on faster?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Intro the show.
Welcome to another edition of This Is True Really News,
Welcome, welcome.
where I'm going to share with you firsts.
Sharing.
Yep. Share firsts.
Ooh.
Worldwide firsts.
Okay. That sounds good.
It'll be intriguing and weird, I hope.
All right.
Mostly sad. Where was I? Oh, and if you like being sad, you obviously listen to this show, so please like, subscribe, and follow us. It's only 3 clicks,
That's right.
and they're usually right in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So just start to the left and work your way to the right.
Stand
Yeah.
up, sit down, fight, fight, fight.
Unless you're in Japan, then you can start your way at the right and move to the left. That's fine.
Or in China, you can start your way at the top and move.
So like, subscribe, and follow, or
To
follow,
the
subscribe,
untop.
and like, depending on which way you go.
Yeah, I like it.
And should you have something to say to us, you can leave a comment wherever you're watching and or listening.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can send us an email if it's a longer missive, say a more well thought out and a bit lengthy question, comment, conundrum, or snark,
There you go.
or a story like we should have. Let's see.
Yes.
'Cause we love those because then we don't have to do the work.
Yeah, I got a few of those this week.
You would.
I-
Um,
I'm the one who checks the mail.
the see. The email, by the way, is TITR@netradio.network. And Sheila, we apologize again.
At the behest of a Fanucci.
Yep. Basically, we can't apologize enough.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
So people say weird crap when they're under anesthesia or coming out of anesthesia.
This day and age, people say weird stuff when they're elected to office. So sure.
My husband had his ACL and meniscus repaired.
Ooh.
Wow, that was a tough injury.
Is he a
I wonder
pro
if it-
athlete?
I wonder if they both happened at the same time.
You hope that wasn't twice.
Yeah, right? When they brought him back into the room, he stared at me through half-closed eyes until the nurses left, then said, "I love you. I'm glad you're here." I melted.
Of course you did.
Then he conked back out for half an hour, woke up with a big gasp. I thought he was in pain. That's how loud it was. And he went, Burger King burger.
He's been watching Iron Man again.
My husband had to undergo a colonoscopy. So what's up your butt, dude? And when he came around, he started aggressively grilling the staff about Abraham Lincoln.
As one does.
He isn't a historian or anything, works as a business analyst and knows next to nothing about Abraham Lincoln.
I learned some things about Abe Lincoln. For one, he knows Peabody and Sherman.
That's right. He had a secretary named Kennedy.
And there we are. The rest of that, by the way, is so much drivel, but okay.
And finally,
Thank you.
when my stepdad was going under for surgery, he was almost out, but at a sweet point. The doctor told my mom, "You can ask him anything. He won't be able to help himself, but answer truthfully." So she leans down and says, "Do you love me?" Stepdad says, "You need to go out and get your little Yoda shoes."
I have a very important question. Yoda had shoes?
That was, well, not baby Yoda in The Mandalorian.
Kind of like
He was just in a coffee sack, hopping around all the time.
kind of like Mark Hamill when he was answering. Chewie's married?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know what he was thinking. He's a good-looking Wookiee. Of course he's married.
And what a voice. Oh,
I love that voice. There are firsts throughout the world. And the folks at Audi have found several of them. They've had the 6 Fun and Weird World Firsts,
okay.
6 Fun and Weird World Firsts, the 2nd edition, the 3rd edition, and
Let me guess, they've got 6 editions.
there's 5 so far.
Okay.
So this one has the world's first customer complaint in 1750 BC from Ur,
Ur.
which if you've,
You are.
yeah,
Right?
Ur,
Ur. Ur.
Ur,
Ur.
Ur,
Ur.
Air or Ur, Or error.
Error.
People have probably
Error.
complained about getting screwed over by unscrupulous merchants for as long as we have done trade. This is a cuneiform they found in the state of in 1750. It's 1750 BC, by the way. It's not BCE. Screw that.
Oh, you traditionalist.
No, I'm just normal. The complaint is etched in cuneiform, written into clay tablet known as the complaint tablet, which was a giveaway. Although when you look at it, it looks like a chunk of clay.
A straw.
Kind of a squarish.
Yep.
Yeah. And it looks like the wind is beating it to death. But hey, what do I know?
Yep.
It's a person called Nanny writing to Ea Nasser, a merchant, and he says the copper he bought from him is complete garbage. Not only that, apparently the servant picking up the copper received extremely poor service. And to make things right, Nanny demands to receive another copper shipment free of charge.
Sounds about right.
He sounds like he's a toughie, so I'd probably just send him the stuff.
Yeah, crap
Because
coppers.
it should be easier. World's first dental filling was yours, by the way, in 11,000 BC. Considering how intricate the work the dental surgery is now, you might wonder, hey, that couldn't have happened much longer. Nope, 13,000-year-old human tooth.
Really?
Obvious cavities that were filled to treat toothaches.
With what?
I would have guessed a club to the back of the head, but that's just me.
Because monkey wrenches weren't invented yet.
Apparently, they stuffed teeth with a mixture of bitumen, plant fiber, and hair.
Ooh. Yeah.
At which point, I'm guessing the cavemen said, do I or not?
Yeah,
Could you just hit me with a club in the mouth? Maybe that'll knock the tooth out.
That's what we're thinking about.
World's first batch of super glue was 1942.
Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah, amid World War II when everything was made. Harry Coover was the lead chemist working on developing acrylic gun sights for the U.S. Army, and instead came up with glue.
With super glue.
Yeah.
They originally used to use it as liquid sutures.
It didn't work for gun sights, so it was kind of just brushed to the side. But Coover happened to develop the stuff again in 1951, working on airplane canopies. And this time he realized it had potential. It could adhere to anything.
Even if it was wet.
The first super glue bottles appeared on store shelves. Wasn't long after that, 3M came up with Post-it notes, and we were wonderful.
The rest is history. Yeah, in the Korean War, we were using it as liquid sutures, but the problem was it was hard to spot where something was bleeding if you used glue on it. Sutures were easier to spot made it easier to spot bleeders, so they stopped using it for surgery.
Huh. Who knew?
Isn't that interesting? That's why rugby teams always carry it, because, you always get the cut over the eye or on the forehead, and they always.
Huh. Who knew?
All that is interesting. Actually, this is from All That Is Interesting.
Hang on, I have one more.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I have the world's first recorded narrative story. 9,000 BC.
There was no recording. There was no microphones then.
No, recorded, written down.
Oh.
So I'm looking for the cuneiform tablet.
Okay.
It's.
You're going to read it right off there, are you?
It is carved into rock somewhere. Archaeologists unearthed a series of unusual relics at Saybrook.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Oh, you've seen this? Basically, all I can tell is there's a very large animal-like thing next to a guy. There are two large animals, one on each side of him.
Okay.
They look kind of, I don't know, lionish maybe?
Okay.
The one really looks like a dinosaur with lion ears.
Okay.
And
there were a lot of those.
He's standing there, mostly looking straight ahead, hanging on to his stuff.
Well,
so things haven't changed in a long time?
That's the whole story, is it?
We have always been preoccupied with protecting certain areas. Yeah, because we have no idea how the story ended or started. We just have this one page.
There's one page.
The first narrative.
Apparently a child's story.
Once upon a time.
From All That Was Interesting. No. All That Is Interesting via Patrick Reed.
Bloody.
Restoration workers at St. Andreas Church in Eisleben, Germany, have uncovered 4 bags stuffed with coins dating back to the 1600s.
Wowzers, Bert.
Likely hidden away during the 30 Years' War when Swedish soldiers were plundering the region.
You know how Swedish soldiers are. They will plunder.
The Swedes were feared for their savage battle cry. Hurdy, blurdy, 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 hurdy, blurdy.
Fleur.
Workers were restoring a sandstone statue inside the famous Gothic church when they came across the coin bags hidden away within a cavity of the statue's leg.
What?
Yeah, it was in in the hollow leg of a statue in the church.
Hmm.
Altogether, there were 4 bags containing about 816 coins. Among them, rare golden angel gold coin, gold ducats, various silver coins, and hundreds of pennies. Now, this is the very same church where the Protestant troublemaker Martin Luther preached and initially wrote his 95 Theses.
So you're in Wittenberg.
Detailing the corruption of the Roman Catholic Church in 1570. I think it's where he wrote them, not where he posted them.
Well, he was in Wittenberg.
To post them.
So he went somewhere else to write them?
Yeah, this is Eisleben, Germany.
Oh.
At St. Andreas. So, it's father? Luther even delivered his last sermons there in 1546. Did you know that? Did you know that? Answer me. You did? Okay.
Yep. I just saw Erfurt in the news, and apparently that's not a place anymore, but that's where Luther was born.
Ah.
I think that's where he died, too.
Okay.
Anyway. Melbourne, Australia. A man described feeling the shudders as more than 1,000 venomous red-bellied black snakes were removed from a pile of mulch in his backyard in Sydney.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Those would be the words came out of my mouth. Dear sweet Jesus, help me. David Stein called Reptile Relocation Sydney last week. They must have been so happy they picked up the phone.
All hands on deck call, guys.
After watching 6 snakes slither into the mulch. So he's trying to be a good, conscientious, green kind of guy, and snakes.
Mm-hmm.
He learned from an internet
deadly
search
snakes
that pregnant, known as gravid, red-belly blacks pile on top of each other before they give birth. Don't judge. Snake catcher Dylan Cooper arrived that afternoon.
Do these people know Diddy?
Yeah, I wondered if they knew Diddley.
Funny.
Snake catcher Dylan Cooper arrived that afternoon. He helped rake away mulch as Cooper bagged 102 pregnant and newborn snakes.
No.
The owner of Reptile Relocation Sydney, wow, that was hard to say, Corey Carwaro said 2 of the captured adults gave birth to a total of 29 snakes in that bag, while Cooper was still sifting through mulch, catching more.
Did they have birth?
I was going to say, what they do? DNA? No, they were birthing right there.
Well,
Randy,
what do you do with the stirrup?
That is a randy couple of snakes. They don't have legs, dude. They're snakes.
Yeah, well, it's only one stirrup, too.
The final tally, 5 adult snakes were captured, 97 offspring. In a guy's backyard.
Nope.
In the mulch.
I'm just going to nope the freak out and never go there.
Ever.
I don't want to see the spiders
because we all know that
walls.
We all know that the most venomous snakes in the whole world are located where?
In your house if you live in Australia.
Yeah, or anywhere in Australia. Yipes. I do not want to be at a snake birth. I just don't.
No, there's no reason.
I mean, what do you feed the baby?
The bris is kind of fun.
I'd go to the baptism. I mean, I'm not heartless, but
First communion would be something.
I don't think I'd be there for that. That would not be, no.
This is the blood. Oh, good.
Hey, Henry, you're bleeding. Shoot.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.